Hi, my name is Khalia Braxton. I am currently the strategy manager for branded entertainment at Condé Nast Entertainment, and that's across our style division. So that includes Vogue magazine, GQ magazine, Allure magazine, Glamour magazine, and Vanity Fair. Basically, I manage how we strategically approach any opportunity that has to do with branded for the magazines that I just listed out. Let's say you are watching um, a video, a GQ video, and you know the star player is Nike. That means that Nike came to us and said, hey, we have X amount of dollars to create a campaign, and this is what we want to do. How can we do that? And before GQ goes ahead and makes that content, we basically need to make sure that it's the best and it performs. When I was in college, I knew that I wanted to be a lawyer. I was like, I'm going to Spelman. I'm going to be this big lawyer. That was the thing. And then I got to Spelman and I realized that I was just going to do what I wanted to do. And I didn't care about what that looked like to my family and the rest of the world, right? And so I figured out like whatever designing my own definition of success looked like, that was my mission. Although I declared as a poli-sci major, that definitely switched. That changed. I switched that major and I became an international studies major. And I think that that was the second best decision that I made as an adult. The first one was going to Spelman. So my very first job in fashion was as an intern with Harlem's Fashion Row. I remember I was at Spelman, but I took some fashion classes at Clark Atlanta, and HFR came to Clark Atlanta to give a conversation with Bevy Smith and Worry Vice. And I remember I just attended because it was a extra credit, and I needed all the A's. So I went, and I remember thinking like, oh no, this is going to be my breakthrough. Like, this is the job. I need to work here. I didn't know how to work there. I didn't know what to do. But I remember at the time I just walked up to Brandis at the end of the conversation. I was like, hi, I need to talk to you. And she was like, I need to go. And I was just like, I need to talk to you. So I walked away from her and I went to her husband who was there at the time. And I was like, I need to talk to her. So before you call the car, can I just get 5 minutes? So he looked at me, I looked at him, Brandis looked at us, and I was just like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know that this is what I can do for you. This is what I see myself doing. And I don't know if that's helpful, but what do you think? And I remember she just told one of her interns, like, put her on the call. That was an 8 a.m. call every morning as an intern. That was my first job. That was my first job as an intern in fashion. And Brandis literally let me do what I said I thought I could do. And I remember curating the item of the day, and that's where we would highlight a different multicultural designer and their product and like what they were doing and give everybody the backstory. And that's what it was. I was a social media coordinator, manager, or whatever you want to consider it, intern for HFR. And I did that for forever. Like I was with Brandis until I graduated. And even when I graduated and I didn't get a job, like I didn't land a job in the industry, Brandis was just like, well, you will work for me until you figure it out. The people that have helped me and guided me along the way, to be honest, I don't have one person. I have a real tribe, and they are not in fashion. I have a tribe of women that really are in finance that have helped me be able to ground myself in this corporate space. One of my mentors, she literally, when I first started off, got my first corporate job and I was always overwhelmed, she would call me like in the middle of the day and have me read her my emails so that she could help me properly respond. I have another person who she just taught me how to be sharp and tight and thoughtful and never emotional. Okay, because that's another thing that is extremely important for women of color in this space. An obstacle that I overcame in my career and I actually recommend everyone like working on this if this is your thing, was really just finding my voice and being present amongst my colleagues. Barriers that I think exist for people of color. I mean, the list, there's a list, end of sentence. The main one I would say is access and lack thereof, because you don't know what you don't know. And it is important to, one, not, it's not who you know, it really is who knows you. And so having the access to people, spaces, and things that can help you propel on your journey is extremely important. And I think that when you don't put us in position to make decisions, I'm not saying put me in the room, okay? It's not enough to put me in your room. You need to put me in your room and allow me to make decisions that impact whatever we're working on. What I think prepared me the most for my career is a few things. So one, my upbringing. My mom, she always had me involved. I was always in something, Girl Scouts, dance class, karate, you name it, after school programs. I did all the things. And she kept me busy, but she kept me committed, if that makes sense. I think definitely my college experience, that, I mean, going to a HBCU for women, being surrounded by the most brilliant women I've met to date, standing on the shoulders of women who made a way even when they didn't have, like, I feel like all those things and the experiences that I had in those spaces literally reminded me that whatever it is that I'm pursuing is bigger than me. And so it's not me, I get to be a part of this legacy that we are creating specifically for Black women. My career, I don't have a like, I've never set, this is where I want to be. I've allowed myself to just move through the space and figure it out as I go along. So I'm really looking forward to creating something that is beneficial to women that look like me and that are trying to be in the spaces that I've been and where I'm trying to go. My name is Khalia. I am the strategy manager for our style division's branded entertainment at Condé Nast Entertainment. And here's my fashion playbook tip. It is to just start. If you are going into fashion and you are a stylist, start styling and building your portfolio. If you are a beauty writer, a fashion writer, and you're looking to get into, writing for a publication, start your own so that when you're interviewing, you could show them your work. And if you are just trying to jump into fashion, you don't know where to begin, do your research, figure out what aspects of fashion that you enjoy, and just start doing it. Be nimble, be open to working the jobs that nobody wants to work, and really, really figure out what you like and do it well. Do it so well that they have to see you. The project cannot be done unless they call blank. Blank is you. Insert your name.